take on defending European champion Germany. For tickets, call Ticketmaster at 312-559-1212 or the Chicago Fire at 888-6...
Germany starting lineup. In goal. Lilly. Number 14, Fawcett. Number 16, Milbrett. Number 20, Sobrero. And number 21, right here, Rottenberg area, Keller. The coach of the United States team is Mr. DiCicco. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remain standing for the playing of the national anthem of Germany and the national anthem of the United States of America.
Off this channel, please. Okay. Okay, start to out. Howard.
Ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the U.S. team bench area for the following special presentation. A four-time NCAA All-American at the University of North Carolina, where she played on 4 NCAA championship teams. This California native amazingly made her national team debut less than 6 years ago against the USA's arch-rival Norway. 2 summers ago, she scored the winning goal against Denmark in a first-round match at the 1996 Olympics, and she played a vital role in the USA winning the first ever women's soccer gold medal that summer. Today, we take time out to honor her here in Chicago, the home of U.S. soccer, as she joins 8 other American women who have achieved the ultimate, that is, who have played 100 times for their country. Please join us in saluting her now as she receives the traditional engraved Rolex watch from U.S. Soccer's managing director of events, Mr. Emilio Pozzi, in recognition of her 100th U.S. national team appearance, which occurred last month during the team's tour of Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the USA's number 15, Venturini. Ladies and gentlemen, as a special tribute, Germany's captain, number 10, Martina Voss, has already presented 2. Miss Venturini.
Welcome back to Soldier Field in Chicago. The USA and Germany women getting set to kick off on a hot and steamy late afternoon. Temperature right now 83 degrees, but 76% humidity. It is a muggy afternoon. How will this affect the players, Amy?
I think the United States, it might hurt the most because they like such a quick style of play. They're used to just run and gun, head to the goal anytime they have a chance. With this heat, that's not going to last very long. Hopefully, they're going to pace themselves and a little bit before they pick good times to go forward.
Kerry Seitz Barnagan from the USA is the referee assistant, Ted Cavazio, Marcel Yona, and the 4th official, Michael Kennedy. And we're underway.
Stand back, please. Thank you.
We'd like to thank Nike and all our U.S. Soccer sponsors for allowing us to bring you first half action commercial-free. Germany wearing green, the U.S. in white. Doris Fitschen plays the ball across the halfway line. Knocked away there by Mia Hamm. Controlling, though, is Sonja Pearce. Up the wing, Pearce attended the University of Hartford in Connecticut. Tanya Breeden trying to work her way away from Julie Foudy. Ball played to the outside. Controlled by Germany. Germany, remember, tied the U.S. 1-1 Thursday in St. Louis. And Amy, on Thursday, Tony DiCicco talking about missed opportunities and the fact they really didn't create that many great chances in the first half.
I actually think the first half, Germany outshot them 5-3, and it wasn't until Germany scored that first goal that the United States picked up the pace and started penetrating, going to go a little bit more often.
Doris Fitschen taking down Tiffany Milbrett. Tiffany earning her 95th cap this afternoon. 41 goals throughout her international career. Germany, as we talked in the Open, really emerging as one of women's soccer elite teams. Where is their strength?
One of the things Germany's been known to do so well is bring the ball right down the center of the field. Their center midfielders are so strong. They have two front runners up top that combine really well with each other. Sometimes they flight a third one through, but more often than not, they go right down to the heart of the United States. And the United States, in the past, their strength has been on the flanks. So now, the United States playing a 4-3-3, they're going to give up a little bit on the flanks, but they're going to definitely immobilize Germany in the center of the field.
Julie Foudy plays it to the middle. Not played into space. Boos clears it out of danger. Melanie Hoffman, she scored the goal against the U.S. on Thursday night for Germany. A 1-1 draw. Cindy Parlow getting the equalizer, coming on as a second half substitute. Now on the wing, it's Joy Fawcett. Throw-in coming up. As you look at Tony DiCicco, Lauren Gray, the brain trust for the U.S. women's national team. Now Steffi Jones, earning her 32nd cap this afternoon. Opportunity here. Christine Lilly. And up over the bar and well out of the field of play. Head coach for Germany, Theune-Meyer, 45 years old. Head coach since 1996. Her troops were engrossed by France's win over Paraguay on a golden goal by Laurent Blanc. In fact, she urged her team to get to the television as second overtime period was coming to a close. Now Griggs plays it back to the near touchline and out. Nice catch by Shannon MacMillan.
That's a little bit of what Tony was a little bit upset with this team. You know, the first time they played in this series, Lorrie just gave up an easy ball, sent it right to the German attack.
Melanie Hoffman's shot was blocked. U.S. giving up possession over the last 30 seconds twice in their own half of the field. And that's something that's rather uncharacteristic for this U.S. squad.
I think so far in 1998, most of the matches they've played, there's hardly been a team that will attack them in the United States defensive half of the field, and it's something that's great for them for experience, because normally, you know, teams like to bunker against the U.S. Germany's definitely coming at them, force the U.S. to play a little bit of possession in the back under some pressure.
Ball played back. Ariane Scurry making her 70th start with the U.S. women's national team. You know, one thing we've talked about, Amy, is the fact that we talk a lot about Ariane Scurry, but there's a great deal of depth in goal. Tracy Dukar and Jen Mead, just to name a few. Saskia Weber.
Yeah, Saskia Weber's been in the pool for a very long time, was the main keeper in 1993, has been training, has improved on her strength, her smarts, as far as just gamesmanship and when to increase the pace of play and when to slow it down. And I've heard a lot of good things from her, and she's solidified that starting spot at least for this training camp.
Ball headed back in. Dangerous ball, but Scurry sends it up the wing. Lorrie Fair of the University of North Carolina. She doesn't turn 20 until August 5th. She has gained valuable experience at the national team level. In addition to playing for Anson Dorrance, with the Tar Heels. And the takedown. Free kick to the U.S. Tiffany Milbrett sends it out wide. Lorrie Fair dumps it towards the touchline. Long cross, near side, missing on the header. Good chance for Tiffany Milbrett. Couldn't quite catch up to that cross.
It's going to be tough for the United States to be very successful on those flighted balls in the air. They've got one of the tallest defense in the entire world, and Tiffany's not known for her height, nor is Hamm or Debbie Keller, so they might do a little bit better combining down the center and working their way around these players instead of over the top.
Where's the strength in this German defense?
Central defenders are awesome. You've got Steffi Jones, number 4, who's 5'11", who, understandably, in the last game, just cleared balls out right and left. Everyone that was sent through, she was on top of it, and was able to clear it out. So those two have played together for quite some time.
Here's Joy Fawcett. Fawcett looking. Top of the 18. Lays it back. Tiffany Milbrett, the drive! And she blasted it wide with the left foot. Tony DiCicco talked about the lack of creating good scoring chances in the first half on Thursday. The U.S. getting an opportunity here.
Joy has managed to find Tiffany Milbrett. She's taken the whole flank and given it to Tiffany. Tiffany takes a great shot with her left foot, looking for the corner away from the keeper, doesn't quite sneak it in there.
U.S. started out slowly in this match, but in the last 3 or 4 minutes has really picked up the pace. Joy Fawcett out on the wing. Carla Overbeck. Change the point of attack. Lorrie Fair. Foudy plays it into space. Germany takes over here. Tanya Brief. Dispossessed there by Brandy Chastain. Long ball played looking for Mia Hamm. Cleared out of danger. Silke Rottenberg in goal for Germany. And she is a good one, the 1998 Player of the Year in the Women's Bundesliga. She's a member of the German Army and is released to train with the women's national team. One other member of the German Army, Kerstin Stegeman, playing in back. So Stegeman and Rottenberg, members of the military. Lorrie Fair on the left side. She'll move it forward for the United States. No score. Almost 10 minutes in. Melanie Hoffman earning her 15th cap today. Scored her first goal with the German national team on Thursday against the U.S. Off the throw in. Lorrie Fair got ahead on it. Germany takes it back. Germany, one of a handful of teams that right now many around the world believe is on an even basis with the United States. Time was when the U.S. dominated. Not so anymore. It will be a challenge next summer here in the U.S. Tanya Brief plays it down the wing. Lorrie Fair, nice defensive play, clears it out of danger, but it's held in by Breeden. Her shot deflects, and Scurry falls on the loose ball. The deflection almost got past Brianna Scurry.
It's a great shot by Green. She just winds up with all her power, and it gets deflected a little bit. Brianna, what a great sense of composure to keep it in bounds, knowing full well that U.S. just deflected it.
Ball played out wide. Foos plays it to the near wing. And out it'll belong to the U.S. Throw in to Joy Fawcett. Brandy Chastain looks downfield. Now Christie and Lilly. Lilly draws the attention of 3 German defenders. Lilly gets it back, pumps it into the area, and right there, Silke Rottenberg.
Now we're only 11 minutes into the game, and it may not seem like much, but this is already more pressure than any other team has put on the United States that we've seen so far this year.
Germany, of course, not guaranteed a berth in the Women's World Cup next summer, and they're in a very tough group, Group 3 in Europe with Norway.
Norway's the current World Cup champs. They earned in 1995, and Germany and Norway split their 2 games with each other in the qualifying so far. So it's very tough in Europe trying to get those 2 spots nailed down.
Into the area. Debbie Keller. Keller, she's strong on the ball. Crosses in front. Rejected there and finally cleared out of danger by Sonja Pearce. Boy, Debbie Keller continues to impress. She has become a multi-dimensional player. Not only can she hold the ball, she can strike the ball well with either foot, and has good lateral speed, as you saw in that last time down the field. Just over 12 and a half minutes gone. Monica Meyer throws in. Controlled by Fawcett. Now back to Meyer. She's taken down. Tiffany Milbrett plays it up the touchline and out. A U.S. throw-in coming up. I know we've talked a lot in the men's game about tactical adjustments that coaches make. Going to a 3-6-1 as the U.S. men did. Well, going to 4 players in back. How do the players adjust to that?
Well, I think, everyone has to play a little bit differently.
Opportunity here. We'll get back to that in just a moment. Into the area. Crossing out in front. Knocked down. Ball is loose. Keller goes for it. Can't catch up to it, and it's cleared out of danger.
I mean, for one, the forwards now are playing much wider. Usually they have to all pinch in and combine with, very tight passes with one another or wait for flank services. Now they are true wing forwards. You'll see them outside. And the 2 attacking midfielders now really have to cover a ton of space and be able to support those forwards that are so spread out. In the back, the outside defenders in Fair and Fawcett. Could I say Fair Fawcett? Have to be bionic women. They have to pick good times to go forward. When one goes forward, the other better tuck in, and then they're used to those 3 backs and very comfortable with one going forward. So little adjustments, nothing major, but their look certainly looks a lot different when you see all 11 of them out on the field.
Steffi Jones tried to make a run out of the back for Germany. Jones, the daughter of a U.S. serviceman who was serving in Germany. Martina False dumps it into the U.S. end. It is a hot, steamy afternoon at Soldier Field in Chicago, and you can see that the fans are dressed for the weather. They're used to it. Is that going to be a factor this afternoon?
I think it might be a little bit of one. As you can see, both teams are sort of testing the other one out, and nobody has really just said, okay, we're going to play high pressure for 20 minutes yet. It's a little bit too early in the game for that, but as soon as they realize that maybe they've been running and gunning a little bit, they may just decide to go forward at all expenses.
Well, the bench could prove to be a key factor in this match, and both teams are missing some key players on both sides.
Now, one of the front runners Michelle, for the United States, has been playing as a withdrawn midfielder, is not here. She's sick and isn't able to make the game, and she's definitely one that I know Germany's used to playing against and probably feels a sense of relief that she's not out there.
Brandy Chastain with a left foot just over the bar. Brandy Chastain came close. And a goal kick coming up to Germany. Here it is again.
Talk about a versatile player. She wasn't forward, moved back to defense. Now she's a midfielder, which we like because she can crack a shot from just about anywhere.
And she had some space. The middle opened up for Brandy Chastain, and she almost made Germany pay for it.
Rottenberg playing it very cool, acting like she knew it was over the whole time.
She had it all the way. A giveaway here and a chance for the U.S. Out in front, play broken up by Steffi Jones. Little square pass, Debbie Keller, the shot diving, stopped by Rottenberg. Silke Rottenberg robbing Debbie Keller on a great chance. The U.S. just walking in on Rottenberg.
Keller makes a great decision. She catches the goalkeeper moving one way, and she pulls it back to the other direction, but just doesn't get it far enough away from Rottenberg.
Tiffany Milbrett, great square pass to find Debbie Keller.
And again, for Silke, it's nice to be able to hold on to those instead of just give up a corner. It's a big-time save.
That's why she was the German Player of the Year. Sandra Smisek on the left side to Melanie Hoffman, back to Smisek. Germany has been back on its heels the last really 10 minutes of this match. They started out very aggressively, but kind of fallen back into a shell. U.S. will counter the other way. Near side knocked towards Debbie Keller. Instead, it's Doris Fitschen. Fitschen you'll see playing in back. Be interesting to see as Martina Voss plays it to the outside if German backs will be coming forward into the attack. Ball played too far. Lorrie Fair chases back. Well, the shot's very one-sided, Amy. U.S. playing very aggressively here in the first half, something maybe they didn't do quite as much on Thursday in St. Louis.
And already keeper's been forced to make a couple saves. A lot of times the stat doesn't really mean too much if the shots are way off frame, but so far they've been right in the vicinity where you need to go to score some goals.
Long ball there by Carla Overbeck. Looking downfield for Mia Hamm. Mia turns, starts it up. Working on Stegeman. Mia wanted a handball call, didn't get it. And Stegeman brings it up the right side. Horrible pass out of the back there. Chastain plays it out in front. Ball is loose, maybe one pass too many, and the ball cleared out of danger by Germany. But another good scoring chance for the U.S., trying to capitalize on a defensive mistake by Germany. Here's Steffi Jones. Plays for FSV Frankfurt. Germany a good counter-attacking team?
Definitely. That's one of the things that Tony's very worried about is when they see a space, they can probably get there in less than 2 passes if need be. They've got such power and strength and are used to playing a fairly quick pace. And, you know, one of the things that the United States doesn't benefit from is the professional national league. And Germany's at its peak right now. They've been playing in the Bundesliga. They've been qualifying for the World Cup. They've been playing, you know, the European Championship games. And the U.S. really hasn't had that competition. And
in fact, in Germany, correct me if I'm wrong, Amy, but they play the men's and women's cup final on the same day in the same stadium.
What a great event that must be, too. I hear it's just wild.
Berlin's Olympic Stadium, packed, 60,000. What a great thrill it's got to be for some of these young women. Much like the thrill of the U.S. women playing at RFK prior to the Men's World Cup.
Here we have Mia just getting ready to say, hey, that was a handball. Let's take a good look and see if it was. I don't know how she's going to get her hand away from that, but it was a nice try anyway, Mia.
Looking for every advantage possible. Carla Overbeck.
Why not when it's 83 degrees out?
And 76% humidity. It is a muggy afternoon on the lakefront in Chicago. But good to have you with us here on Fox Sports Net. Ball lifted long for Debbie Keller. Keller looks into the box. Nice play by Kerstin Stegeman. Kerstin earning her 37th cap this afternoon. A lot of experience mixed in with some youth for Germany. Good crowd on hand at Soldier Field. They're expecting a crowd of around 20,000. Lorrie Fair sends it long. Looking for Mia Hamm. The crossing attempt rejected. Martina Voss will start it out of the back for Germany. Ball played into space. Inken Grings. Grings right through the U.S. defense. Grings moving in. Grings goes down. The referee says play on. Big defensive play there by Kate Sobrero as Grings went down. But the referee, Carrie Seitz Barnagan of the U.S., said play on. Ball played wide. Christine Lilly tracks it down. Here's Lilly with some space. Nice cross, but nobody there to head it in. Boy, look at how Grings just moved right through the U.S. defense.
Shoulder-to-shoulder run. Catches up with her defensively, which is great. It's amazing what happens when there's a little bit of pressure put on you. Grings heads right to goal, but just in time, Sobrero is a menace. And we played against her in college, and our team just says, oh my gosh, here she comes again. Do whatever you can to play it away from her. Great hustle.
Kate Sobrero really blossomed as an under-20 in the Nordic Cup win in Denmark. Really made a name for herself and has moved into the national team pool. And a solid defensive play there by Kate Sobrero. Pride of Notre Dame. What a great program at Notre Dame. We talk about North Carolina so often, but so many great college programs throughout the United States. Notre Dame has one of the best.
Thank goodness for all the great college programs out there, because that's one of the most competitive environments that these kids get. You know, once they're youth players, they play on their club teams, and then the next step is college, and then after that, there really is not much for a lot of the players. So it's college or nothing for a while.
Much has been made, I know, in the men's game that maybe we're going to have to rethink how we develop players with Project 40 and some other programs around, and we're going to have to rethink how we do this. It really hasn't worked all that badly for the women.
I think a lot of the women have taken it upon themselves. Just, you know, you find these players here on the U.S. team, if they're not at training camp, they're training on their own. But that's tough to do all the time. And if you want to keep it competitive and the U.S. wants to keep their edge, they really do have to form something to keep them playing in that environment year-round.
Steffi Jones plays it out wide on the right side. Now backs it off to Kerstin Stegeman. The U.S. nothing, Germany nothing. Just under 24 minutes gone in the first half. Kevin Wall along with Amy Allman. Good to have you with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Randy Chastain plays it in back. Joy Fawcett looks downfield. Julie Foudy runs on. Her cross out in front over everybody's head, and chasing it down is Monika Meyer. Meyer with plenty of space for Germany. Good chance there for Julie Foudy. It has become a big hit on the field and behind the microphone. Foudy is a national analyst on World Cup coverage.
That's why they call her Loudy Foudy.
Injured player down. Looks like Monika Meyer.
Monika Meyer just gets sandwiched here. Lorrie Fair puts a pretty good hit on her. Kind of bowls right over her.
In case you just joined us, want to welcome you into Soldier Field in Chicago on the lakefront on a hot, steamy afternoon. The United States and Germany. I'm Kevin Wall along with Amy Allman. Good to have you with us. An international friendly, just over 25 minutes gone, and no score, although the U.S., Amy, has had the better of the opportunities.
They've been going to goal a little bit more than Germany. Germany's definitely had a couple chances. I know Carla Overbeck got caught attacking and coming for it maybe when she shouldn't have, and thanks to Kate Sobrero, was able to save a scary opportunity from happening. They keep calling it a friendly, but I was talking to a few of the players, and they said the only thing that's different about friendlies is you don't get a medal, but there's pride and bragging rights on the line, and that's all we need.
Melanie Hoffman lifts it to the area. Diana Scurry quickly off her line. Milbrett touches it back. Now gets it back along the touchline. Couldn't hold the pass. Throw in coming up to Germany. As a former goalkeeper, I think you have a pretty critical eye. Talked a little bit about Diana Scurry and her strengths, maybe her weaknesses as well, that she has to work on prior to next summer's Women's World Cup.
She's always been very good on crosses, but I think she's increased her range, even more. Comes out very solid. She's very cool, calm, and collected, and that's one thing you have to have in a goalkeeper, someone that players feel so confident playing the ball back to. And one thing Tony would like is for her to improve her foot skills a little bit, so that Carla feels comfortable driving the ball back under pressure and knowing that it'll get cleared out of bounds, or the United States can keep control of it. One of the things that she's great at is just general shot stopping. She can cover the goal.
And it's nice to have a head coach who's a former keeper himself, in Tony DiCicco. Chance here for the U.S. Cross out in front. The header to the back post, and Jones clears it over the line. Tiffany Milbrett looking for that back post. Once again, the U.S. attacking. Again, they look to the back post. This time, Stegeman clears it across the byline, and we'll get a corner coming up to the U.S. again. Good look at Silke Rottenberg, earning her 21st cap today. Rottenberg pretty well establishing herself as the #1 keeper in women's soccer in Germany. Crossed in front, the shot over the bar on the volley. And another good scoring chance, this time Brandy Chastain. She struck that bell well in traffic.
What a nice driven cross. Got a ton of pace on it. All you need to do is find a body part to get on it, and that's just what Brandy does. She works her butt off just to get in front of the goal, just in front of the ball, and not let that defender clear it out. So easy to shy away from there.
Into the area. Coming off her line is Rottenberg, and she drives it the other way. I love the way you say works her butt off. I never. How come I never hear Seamus Mallon or any of the other soccer analysts say work their butt off? I have yet to hear that out of Seamus or any of the others. Now Steffi Jones. She'll play it wide right side. Chasing it down, Lorrie Fair. I know at this level of soccer, when you're dealing with a young player, you don't want to give a player too much. But Lorrie Fair, I think, has really done well, and in a very short period of time has really improved and blossomed and matured as a young player.
She grew up in Northern California, a hotbed for great soccer players, both men and women, and I think as long as you're having fun, you must have great club coaches that was involved in the Olympic development program for the West. As long as you're having fun and they keep asking for more, I don't think there's anything wrong with it at all.
There's a chance. Julie Foudy with a cross out in front. Back down there. A chance. The jump to go! The USA takes a 1-0 lead. Christine Lilly cutting the ball in just enough to give her enough space, and here it is again.
Julie Foudy does a great job looking up for the open player. Everyone expects Lilly to hit it with her left foot. Every defender does. Lilly looks up, or Foudy looks up, places it right on Lily's left foot, but she touches it back, and guess what? She finishes it with her right. All in a day's work.
A very happy Christine Lilly and a very happy U.S. women's national team. For Christine Lilly, her 59th international goal.
In the 30th minute.
So half an hour in, Christine Lilly scores.
Julie Foudy the assist in the 30th minute. U.S. leads 1-0.
A big goal for the United States. Our Bud Light scoring summary, Lilly in the 30th minute give the assist to Julie Foudy, and a solid assist from Julie. Everybody says this girl is left-footed, left-sided. But there she strikes one with the right foot. You'll want to put that one into the scrapbook.
I guess in 155 international games, you can learn how to shoot the ball with your right foot every now and then.
Steffi Jones for Germany.
It's no longer beginner's luck.
Playing it long into the U.S. zone, but U.S. doing a good job of just swarming the ball now into the area. Brianna out quickly to cover up. Brianna Scurry sends it long and out.
It's hard to get a good feel for how hard Joy Fawcett and Lorrie are working, but every opportunity to get in the attacking half of the field, one of them has been up, sometimes past, or oftentimes past the center midfielders and even with the forwards. So they really have been, blood, sweat, and tears out there for the first part of this game.
I know we're only a half hour in, but how's the four-back look working for the U.S.?
So far, this is the first game they've been put under pressure where they've tried it. And we're going to take a look now and see how it's working.
A whistle and a foul. They're going to whistle down Tanya Breeden. Breeden plays for Hamburg. Foul spotted by Kerry Seitz-Farnhagen.
So one of the times again where I know Joy's expecting Brianna to say, hey, give me the ball first time, pass it back. And I think Brianna's still a little bit nervous about asking for a ball when two players are running at her. So Joy had to take it upon herself to deal with it.
Because the keeper can see the entire field. Is that something that keepers just absolutely have to do?
Definitely. They control it back there. They have to act like they want the ball. Even if they do, Joy may be able to fake a pass, and then next thing you know, Joy's got a few extra yards to work with.
Joy Fawcett the other way, plays it deep. Rejected there by number 5, Doris Fitschen. U.S. in the lead, 1-0, but remember, it was Germany leading 1-0 Thursday night in St. Louis when Cindy Parlow scored to give the U.S. a 1-all draw. Here's Christine Lilly again. Christine Lilly crosses it out in front. Julie Foudy. Her shot bends just wide. Julie Foudy looking for her 24th international goal.
So far this game, you get to see a lot of both Christine Lilly and Julie Foudy as attacking center midfielders. They've played so often together. They have a great connection. Now they're able to get forward a little bit more often and play with each other instead of sort of in tandem, always playing to the forward.
Coming forward, Joy Fawcett. Fawcett puts it into space. Now Tiffany Milbrett. Milbrett has an opportunity. Her shot trickles just wide of the post. That time you saw Joy Fawcett up into the offense. Now she'll move back. And Rottenberg puts it back into play. Now Brandy Chastain working on Martina Foltz. She plays it wide, but the flag goes up. Debbie Keller in an offside position.
What a nice ball by Brandy Chastain. Only a few inches off. And one of the things that Tony must like about Brandy playing up a little bit further than she has been is she has the ability to serve more balls to the forwards, where if she's so far back, those are a little bit tougher. You don't see them as often. She is a finesse player. It's nice to have one of those both-footed, bending inside, bending outside, you name it, Brandy can do it.
Kerstin Stegeman on the right side. Plays it up the wing. Hoffman plays it ahead. A giveaway here. Doris Fitschen out in front. The shot! Diving stop by Scurry. Brianna Scurry having to come up big again, and this time it was Sandra Smisek.
One of the things we said earlier that Brianna is so good at, she cuts down the angle, gets set, and stops a rocket of a shot.
So another good scoring chance for Germany. And it came on the giveaway in the U.S. zone. Only DiCicco cannot be happy about that. Martino False tries to play the through ball. Stepping up, Inka Grings. He had the great one on the keeper opportunity earlier in the half. Snuffed out by Kate Sobrero. Across the touchline, U.S. with a throw-in. Joy Fawcett will do the honors. U.S. leading 1-0 on the goal by Christine Lilly. In the 30th minute, Julie Foudy, a brilliant assist off a corner. Flicked on by Grings. Controlled though by the U.S. Joy Fawcett. Joy just 30 years old. Seems like she's been a part of the program forever.
She pretty much has.
Debbie Keller's pass rejected across the line. A throw-in coming up to the U.S. U.S. hasn't lost on home soil in their last 35 games, trying to keep that alive. They're off to a good start, but a long way to go in this one. Joy Fawcett. Dispossessed there. Sandra Smisek taken down, and let's see if we get a booking here, and we will. Joy Fawcett given a yellow.
Good professional foul. It's 60 yards away from the goal. Joy is in charge of that whole flank, in charge of that midfielder, and Smisek takes her from behind, in charge of the forward. So basically, you got to do what you got to do.
Now that being a tackle from behind, is that a red card violation by new FIFA rules?
From what I've seen, it definitely is.
And we've seen red cards for that very offense in the World Cup, but not so here this afternoon.
We know it's friendly.
Very friendly. So Joy Fawcett with a caution. Next up for the U.S., the Goodwill Games. They'll take on Denmark on July 25th. Tony DiCicco trying to get his troops ready. That'll be a good competition. Played in New York. Ball driven and right on, flicked on Brianna Scurry. Brianna debuted back on March 16th of 1994 against Portugal. 70 starts later, she's still going strong. Here's a giveaway. Breeden moving in. Breeden puts it high. Boy, another one of those giveaways in the defensive zone, and man, they just kill you. Absolutely putting pressure on Brianna Scurry. Here's how it happens.
The United States isn't used to playing under such pressure. You know, Breeden, and this is only her 4th international game, probably isn't used to the pace of the game and how quick she has to get that shot off.
Ball headed into the German zone. Pearce played it back. Lilly to Chastain, now played wide to Lorrie Fair. She'll push up. Lots of space for Lorrie Fair. Now Debbie Keller tried a little 1-2. That play broken up by Germany. And again, it's great tying up with Joy Fawcett. Boy, what a battle between those two players. Some friendly this is.
These two players know that there's a lot of space on either side, so whoever wins this one gets to go at least 30 yards without much pressure. They're battling so hard.
Tony DiCicco getting on the referee, thinking a foul should have been called earlier in that little foray between Joy Fawcett. Across the line it goes, setting up a corner for the U.S.
corners for the U.S. definitely has a different look. Usually they like to target Tisha Venturini, Cindy Parlow, Michelle Akers. Without them in the lineup, it's going to be a lot tougher to find somebody's forehead. Foudy, Brandy's a good one.
Mia Hamm crosses in front. No white shirts there. Now a chance. Christine Lilly with the cross. And it's cleared across the line. And a throw-in coming up to the U.S. Another dangerous opportunity for the United States. Played into space. Knocked down. Cleared up the wing. Inka Greens clears it to the halfway line. Now Brandy Chastain will square up. Now turns, pumps it back. Overbeck on the right side. Parlow, one of 2 soccer moms on this squad. Of course, if you're a soccer mom, that means you need babysitters. You ever babysat for the kids?
Oh, a couple of times. I'm a godmother. One of Joy's kids, so I have bragging rights.
Into the area. A chance for the U.S., but the square pass just behind. Here's Christine Lilly playing it in front. The shot. Oh, and that time Rottenberg just got a hand on it. 2 great scoring chances for the U.S., and Rottenberg had to come up big. Scurry takes the feed in her own area. Here it is again, 2 great chances.
Tiffany
Milbrett starts it.
She takes it at warp speed and just passes through everyone. Tries to slot it to Mia. It doesn't quite work. Lilly once again passes it back, and Keller, who always finds herself at the right time at the right space, manages to crack one on goal. Hits Rottenberg.
Here's Breeden. Breeden into the area. She's open. The shot just wide. Breeden again breaking in behind the U.S. defense, and as solid a game as the U.S. has played, this has got to be of concern to Tony DiCicco.
After what happened last time, she knows to take an earlier touch before she gets mowed down. Takes a nice touch, rides there, she's got near post covered.
2 minutes. Time is being kept on the field.
1 minute of stoppage time will be played, less than 2 minutes to play. But 1 minute will be added on. Ball played wide. Overbeck. Who's going to grab it? Finally controlled by Sobrero.
I don't know if it's this heat or just the fact that U.S. has been in a training camp, and maybe they're a little bit tired, but something that definitely has to improve is the pace of the passes in the back, earlier support. Right now it's a little bit lazy.
Coming up at halftime, a visit with Marla Messing, the president of the 1999 World Cup Organizing Committee. Also first half highlights. Boy, I tell you, it's going to be exciting to talk with Marla about all the plans for next summer. Major venues in the United States, like Soldier Field. This will be a venue for the Women's World Cup. Of course, it'll all conclude at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. Throw in. Sandra Smisek. Looking long. Finds False. She's corralled. Ball finally cleared up the touchline. Debbie Keller will square up. Joy Fawcett plays it in back. Sobrero will send it wide to Lorrie Fair. Lorrie Fair, nice defensive play. And there you see the maturity. U.S. exhibiting. stoppage time in the first half. U.S. leading 1-0. Out in front, ball is loose. Steffi Jones corrals it, and she'll run it out of danger. A lone goal, Christine Lilly in the 30th minute on an assist from Julie Foudy. And there's the whistle. So the United States, after a sluggish first half on Thursday night, plays much better in the first half this afternoon against Germany. Tony DiCicco has to be reasonably happy, although I'm sure there are areas of concern for him. But the goal belongs to this young woman, Christine Lilly. Christine Lilly, who has been so much a part of this program at the tender age of 26, scores her 59th international goal. And the U.S. leads at halftime. Our score 1-0. Stay with us. A visit with Marla Messing of the U.S. Women's World Cup Organizing Committee is coming up next here on Fox Sports Net.
From today's game. Soccer fans, please remain after the conclusion of today's game for the presentation of our Kicker's Most Valuable Player Award. That's at the end of today's match. Family of products is trust the most prescribed aid in the history of patriotism. With children and junior children, what's right? Motrin IV tablets and Motrin IV prescription proven powder.
I look at you, or?
No, just face the camera, and I'll kind of do a see if this. Hey, Peter, see if this works for you. Is this what you're looking at? There.
Are you guys standing in these lights the whole
No,
time?
fortunately, only for like 10 minutes in the open and halftime, and we'll get you in now.
MasterCard. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard.
Peter, does this work?
U.S. Soccer and World Cup 98.
Okay. Thank you very much, Peter says, for being with us. Here a little bit.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Peter.
There you go.
The Silverway Cavalier is a proud sponsor of U.S. Soccer and today's game. Kodak is a proud sponsor of U.S. Soccer.
Welcome back to Soldier Field in Chicago. The United States, on Christine Lilly's goal in the 30th minute, leads Germany by a score of 1-0. Hi again, everybody. I'm Kevin Wall back at Soldier Field, and joining us now, Marla Messing, the president of the 1999 Women's World Cup Organizing Committee. And Marla, first of all, let's talk a little bit about 1994. Tremendous excitement created by the Men's World Cup in the United States. Can you recreate that sort of passion, that sort of drama, that sort of excitement in 1999?
Well, as you said, the 1994 World Cup was a tremendously exciting time. And we think in 1999, when we bring the best teams in the world here and put them in these great stadiums, it's going to be just as exciting and just as thrilling for all those women's soccer fans out there.
You know, I know the initial plans were to go into smaller venues, college stadiums, things like that. Then you upgrade it and you say, let's go into the major venues all across America, including this one, Soldier Field. And I think it says a lot about women's soccer and the growth of the sport in America in just the last 2 or 3 years.
It sure does. The sport is growing at an exponential pace. And if you look at the success of the women's soccer tournament during the 1996 Olympics, and you see 77,000 people for the gold medal match and 62,000 people for the silver medal matches, you know that playing in the big stadiums is where we should be.
I know officials and soccer fans and a lot of observers have been very pleasantly surprised at the initial success of selling tickets. You've got a ton of tickets already sold.
That's right. We've sold about 120,000 tickets already, which is about 20% of our total ticket inventory. And it's just a stunning success, given that we're still a year away from the tournament.
I know time was that the United States could kind of waltz through a World Cup, a Women's World Cup. Now you've got Norway, the defending World Cup champion. You've got Germany that has really played the U.S. tough. The playing field has been leveled. Is this good for this tournament coming up in the United States?
It's excellent for the tournament. It's great for women's soccer. Women's soccer is growing around the world, and we're going to have some great matchups next year, both involving the U.S. team and a lot of great matchups that the U.S. team won't be involved in at all.
Marla Messing, it's going to be terribly exciting next summer. Thank you very much for joining us, and best of luck with the Women's World Cup.
Thank you very much.
Marla Messing, she's the president of the organizing committee for the 1999 Women's World Cup. Here at Soldier Field, the United States leads Germany 1-0. More coming up right after this timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, DiCicco.
Christine Lilly's goal in the first half puts the United States on top by a score of 1-0. Welcome back to Chicago's Soldier Field. Kevin Wall along with Amy Allman. And Amy, Tony DiCicco wanted his team to be more aggressive offensively. They were in this first half.
They definitely have taken charge the first half of this game. They've created more scoring opportunities, managed to slip a goal in. One of the opportunities by Brandy Chastain, normally defender, now playing a little bit more forward in a defensive center midfield role, cracks a shot with her left foot. Rottenberg sighs his heavy sigh of relief if it just skims the top part of the crossbar. Then Foudy crosses a great cross to Christine Lilly. Everyone thinks she's going to hit it with her left, but she touches it back, finishes it near post to the right for the first goal the United States scores in the half. And if we take a second look at it, these two have combined so many times in the past. Foudy looks up, beautifully bent ball right into the run of Christine Lilly. She's got so much composure. She knows that Stegeman's there. She slots it behind her before she shoots the goal. And Germany, not without a few chances of their own. Braden touches it by Joy Fawcett, who does a great job keeping her on her toes, tries to shoot it near post. Brianna Scurry's there, touches a little bit wide. Great game thus far.
Take a look at the first half statistics. The U.S. dominated early, and they dominated throughout the first half in shots. The saves fairly even. The corners decidedly in favor of the U.S., and the fouls fairly even as well. Stay right where you are. The second half kickoff is coming up next. The United States, on Christine Lilly's goal, leads Germany 1-0. The second half is next. Welcome back to Soldier Field in Chicago, getting set for second half action. At halftime today, earlier, Tisha Venturini was honored by the U.S. Soccer for joining 7 of her teammates in achieving 100 caps. What a milestone for Tisha Venturini.
And within those 100 caps, she's got 36 goals, most of those sacrificing her head, her body, flying through the air. She's one amazing player. It's nice to see her with the rest of the icons of women's soccer.
And this is who she joins. Some pretty heady company.
Yep, not bad company to hang out with, that's for sure.
She was awarded a Rolex watch and a gift from the German Federation and their delegation. So here we go, second half action, getting set. U.S. Soccer and this Fox Sports Regional Network would like to thank Motrin and all the other U.S. Soccer sponsors for allowing today's game action to be brought to you commercial-free. One substitution for the U.S., Cindy Parlow, who scored the lone U.S. goal Thursday night in St. Louis, on for Debbie Keller. And a substitution for Germany. Sonja comes out. Inken Becher from Hertha Berlin. So one substitution for each team so far. On a very warm, steamy afternoon and early evening on the lakefront in Chicago. Lorrie Fair deep on the left. Pushes it ahead. Randy Chastain turns. Gives it back to Lorrie Fair. If you were Tony DiCicco, you're up 1-0. Are you a happy man?
I think against this team you are happy, but you want to make the most of playing such a quality team. You don't get that many opportunities in the United States to play, sides as good as Germany. So I think you want to, try some more combinations and just go for it. Even at the risk of putting your defense under a little bit more pressure, I think that's what they want.
If you're Tony DiCicco, are you concerned at the breakaway opportunities that Germany had in that first half? Cross out in front. Steffi Jones heads it out of danger, but not out. Here's a shot. This one wide of goal. Randy Chastain.
Definitely concerned about the breakaway opportunities. They played with the 4-3-3 in Japan, but Japan never tested it. So as a coach, you almost want to see more of those. Hopefully they talk about it at halftime so they can see whether what they're going to sort out works or not and find a way to fix it. Easy to say when you're up here saying, oh yeah, more breakaways, that's what we want. We can sort it out.
Spoken like a true coach. Lorrie Fair inching up into the offense. Christine Lilly dispossessed. Stegeman taken down in the foul.
Talking with Tony earlier, one of the things he wants to make sure Germany knows is that it is next to impossible to win in the United States, and he wants to make a stamp now so that during the World Cup they're fearful of their lives as far as Germany goes.
Now Mia Hamm working to her right. Her pass deflected. Stegeman clears it out of danger. And Martina Voss starts it ahead. Becher just coming onto the field to open the second half. Plays it to the halfway line. It's Steffi Jones. Very aggressive. Now loses to Mia Hamm. Mia moving in. Mia, one on the keeper. Mia, the shot, the goal! Mia Hamm makes it 2-0 U.S. Her 90th international goal.
You never want to take any risks at the back, and Steffi Jones tries to do a little ticky-tacky maneuver. Mia Hamm is so good it makes it impossible for the keeper to know what to do. She keeps the ball so close to her feet when she's dribbling it in. Keeper has to get set, not allowed to come off her line as much as she'd like, because at any moment she knows that Mia Hamm may just push it aside. She picks the side netting. It's not the power that makes it a goal, it's the accuracy, and Mia Hamm is one accurate player.
So the U.S. with a much more comfortable 2-goal lead. That goal in the 49th minute.
Scoring for the U.S. national team, number 9, Mia Hamm. She has just scored her 90th.
So our Bud Light scoring summary: Mia Hamm, her 90th U.S. goal.
Number 9 is all unassisted in the 49th minute.
Boy, she finished that one well.
International goal.
That's what happens at the international level. Poor Steffi Jones makes one bad touch all game, and a goal has resulted. And that could just as easily happen for the U.S. defenders if they don't pick up the pace a little bit. They've been, mispassing some balls, and the pace has been a little bit too soft. So you pay for those every now and then.
Well, you have to have the striking talent. Breeden has had 2 great chances walking in on Brianna Scurry and has yet to find the back of the net. Now a steal. Julie Foudy plays it into space out in front. Another chance to shoot the goal! She did it again! Number 91! And it's 3-0. This all began with Julie Foudy.
It almost looks as if Tony said, hey, Mia, why don't you score some goals this half? Foudy plays another nice ball, second one of the day, to Mia, who lets the ball run wide and then slots it the other direction. Great pass by Foudy. Foudy looks like she has some space, but she knows Mia has a better chance of finishing it off. If you take a look again, Mia looks like she's going to go directly to the goal, then lets it run by her.
Mia Hamm scoring her 2nd goal of the match.
And she's also safe at 3rd.
She is truly in a league of her own. So the U.S. now opening up a 3-0 lead over Germany. Steffi Jones, who made a critical mistake, knocks it back to Silke Rottenberg. This is one of those statement games. You talked about not wanting to let Germany know they can win on U.S. soil. This is really one of those games with the Women's World Cup coming up next summer that the U.S., I think, trying to make a statement to one of the leading powers of women's soccer in the world. They are making it loud and clear. Stegeman plays it into the middle. Looking there, False plays it on the left side. Once again, Brennan out in front, slides it across the goal mouth. And nobody home wearing a green shirt. That time, Inka Grings. She had a breakaway opportunity in the first half as well, and Grings couldn't finish. Randy Chastain plays it back to the right. Long run. Steffi Jones is right there, though, for Germany. Plays it ahead. Doris Fitschen. Germany down by 3 goals. Hard tackle there. Steffi Jones gets it back. Plays it out in front. Kate Sobrero, who made the great defensive play. Maybe at the time, a game-saving, certainly a goal-saving stop in the first half. Makes the play there.
It is so amazing how quickly the tides can change. If that was something that ended up as a goal for Germany, there's no telling. It could be the other side. It could be 3-0 Germany, because both teams are so talented. So it's a big time, just like you said, could have been a game-winning save.
Long ball played over the top. Steffi Jones. Nice move there by Martina False. Played wide right. Monica Meyer working one-on-one against Lorrie Fair. The throw-in will be awarded to Germany. Green in out in front, the header to goal! Germany is finally on the board. Nothing much that Brianna Scurry could do there as Inka Grings, who had a couple of chances earlier. This time she finished thanks to Tanya Breeden.
Breeden this time finds herself assisting. Great serve, unmarked, completely wide open. Brianna catches herself, still moving forward. In this situation, if you see a ball is going to go to someone's head, you almost, if you're not going to get it, you want to stay on your line because you know the arc of that ball is going to go. Gets deflected, all of a sudden Breeden finds it. Hey, surprise, right on my foot. I'm going to send it into the box. And again, if you can't get it, you see Brianna take a couple steps and go, oh, maybe I should have stayed on my line.
Scored by number 9.
Floodlight scoring summary. Grings for Germany in the 56th minute. So this game, Amy has opened up.
Grings by Tanya Breeden in the 55th minute.
We stand corrected. That is the 55th minute. Lorrie Fair doesn't make many mistakes. The last pass in her own zone was deflected and really began the rush for Germany. Tracking it down, Christine Lilly. Challenged there by Inka Becher. Long ball played. Brianna Scurry out to Lorrie Fair. Shadows descending upon Chicago's Soldier Field. Will be one of the venues for the Women's World Cup coming up next summer. Tiffany Milbrett run off the ball by Monica Meyer. You get a sense, Amy, this game is far from over. A 2-goal lead with a team as powerful as Germany. You get a sense that we may be far from done.
I think Germany's coach, Theune-Meyer, too, you can tell, she said, you guys go forward. If you have a little space, go forward. You've seen Jones, you've seen Fitschen go forward, you've seen their defensive center midfielder and Hoffman go forward. So I think they want to make their mark.
That ball headed. Held in once again, this time by Martina False, but cleared all the way back to the halfway line. Randy Chastain looks for Tiffany Milbrett. Now they play it out wide on the right side. There comes Julie Foudy. Foudy, the long ball, played out in front. Christine Lilly is there, the shot, the save! Rottenberg got a foot on it. Christine Lilly, one on the keeper. She also may have had some help on the right side, but took the shot.
What a nice ball by Julie Foudy. Christine Lilly's running on. We've seen this a couple of times today. Takes a shot in the only space she has time to do it. Foot save by the keeper. I have so many goalkeepers say, oh, coaches tell me you don't want to make a foot save. Well, in a situation like this, you go right ahead.
Christine Lilly looking for her second goal of the match and came so close. Pushing call against Monica Meyer. This game really opening up in the second half. An exciting first half, but not quite as wide open. This has been end to end. Both teams getting great scoring chances in the first 12-13 minutes of this second half. Now on the right side. Held in. Hamm to the end line, taken down. Crowd wanted a call, didn't get it. A goal kick coming up to Germany. Was it a foul?
Clearly gets by her defender. Defender wins the ball, but a little bit from behind, I'd have to say.
Doris cites Varnhagen is from the U.S., but didn't give the U.S. the call there. There's a shot up the post! And Rottenberg comes back for the rebound. And again, Mia Hamm looking for the hat trick. Denied by the woodwork.
Nice pass by Parlow. So deceptive because it's with the outside of her foot. Steffi Jones keeps Mia onside. Ping! Somebody want to answer that?
Rottenberg. She'll be kissing those posts soon. Mia Hamm denied.
I've been around this U.S. team long enough to know that if you score on them, that's one of the worst things you could possibly do because they have a tendency to get a little ticked off.
U.S. in control, but a long way to go in this match. U.S. up by 2. Played into space. Steffi Jones plays it along the wing. U.S. gets it right back. Into space. And too far for Joy Fawcett. Fawcett overlapping on the right side. U.S. 13-1-2 in 1998. You want to look at it from a goals for, goals against perspective. They've outscored the 13 teams they beat 25-5. And tonight, here in Chicago, another pretty solid effort so far, but as we say, a long way to go.
I think a lot of fans are used to seeing the United States play teams not quite to this caliber, so what a great game for everyone to see. I think people just assume that the women are going to walk through the World Cup, and it's not that way. There's 5-6 teams that on any given day could have the edge on the United States.
Germany could find itself on the outside looking in. They're in the same group as we mentioned earlier with Norway, Group 3 in Europe. Even if they should finish second in that group, there will be a playoff for second-place teams. So even if they fail to win their group, Germany could still get in, and my guess is they probably will. They are a powerful side. Substitution getting ready to come on. Renata Lingor. Sandra Smisek will check out for Germany. So Lingor, earning her 15th cap, still looking for her first goal, replaces Sandra Smisek, who has earned her 29th cap. Out in front, Scurry is right there. Time now for our Bud Light game summary. Lilly, the 30th minute. Hamm, 49th and 51st. Out in front, another chance for the U.S. Laid back, near side looking for Parlow. Parlow plays it back into the middle. U.S. leading by 2 goals, trying to make it more. Free kick here. Mia Hamm will take it. Driven in front, Rottenberg right there. Mia Hamm, she's been busy both on and off the field. She'll be endorsing a Women's World Cup Barbie for the folks at Mattel. Stepping up, Stegeman. But stepping up defensively, the U.S. with Sobrero. Plays it ahead for Christine Lilly. Lilly working her way down the left side. Solid defensive play by Doris Fitschen to slide tackle that ball out of play, and a throw-in coming up. Doris Fitschen, 29 years old, the most experienced player for Germany, earning her 106th cap this evening. And a substitution for the United States. Shannon MacMillan, flying to Portland. Checks in, replacing Julie Foudy. Boy, what a great game for Julie Foudy.
Foudy's been all over the place. Defensively, you've got to see a lot in the attack with some great assists, some almost chances.
Melanie Hoffman tries to work her way out of danger. Fitschen lays it ahead, a touch by Inka Grings. Ball played into space. Kate Sobrero right there, eliminating that through ball.
Brianna wanted that one. I could hear it from all the way up here saying, keep her, but Kate said better safe than sorry.
A throw-in coming up to Germany. Just to give you some idea of the popularity, we always think that women's soccer in America has grown so much in popularity. It has in Germany as well, where 700,000 girls and women are registered to play in Germany. Now that's out of 5.6 million total players. Steffi Jones, upended there. Fitschen brings it back. Crowd wanted a call on Steffi Jones and didn't get it. Ball played into space, and Lorrie Fair drops it back to Brianna Scurry. Didn't get all of that one. Andy Chastain is there for the U.S. 1997 European champions in Germany against the Olympic champs from the US-A. What a great matchup this is. This could be a preview. Something we'll see. Here's Mia Hamm again in the area. Mia looks. Now Shannon MacMillan plays a nice ball top of the 18, run out of there by Steffi Jones. Germany doesn't have numbers downfield. Jones slows it up a bit. Now plays it to the outside. Floating it. Dispossessed by Shannon MacMillan, but gives it right back to Verena. There's Lorrie Fair. We always talk about that great experience for the U.S. women in China back in 1991, winning the first ever Women's World Cup. Germany finished 4th in that competition. Kate Sobrero will change the point of attack. Joy Fawcett will step up. Fitschen is back, plays it into Steffi Jones. Steffi Jones anchoring that defense in back for Germany. But they have given the ball away a few times, like now. Ball crossed, out in front, the shot, the goal! Unbelievable! Mia Hamm, a 3-goal hat trick. And it's 4-1 United States. What brilliance!
Milbrett taking it to the byline, serves it up on a platter for Mia, who is doing anything she can. Just when you want to say, hey, really nice try, Mia, she finally figures out a way to get her foot on the end of it, sliding for a toenail goal.
Mia couldn't even believe it. Well, great finishers are great finishers are great finishers. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a great finisher. The Bud Light scoring summary, Mia Hamm in the 69th minute.
Assisted by number 16, Tiffany Milbrett. It came in the 69th minute. Mia Hamm, 96.
Mia's been known to score a hat trick or two versus teams like England, but when you can put three together against a team as solid as Germany, it gives you a bit of an idea as to how incredible she is.
Do players get bored playing the Argentinas, the New Zealands? I mean, I'm wondering how players keep their edge when they aren't faced with this type of competition. Let's face it, the women's game right now has a handful of teams that can keep up with the United States, but there are a lot of teams that can't, and you have to play somebody.
Well, I'm the analyst. I'm supposed to know what I'm talking about, but I don't know how they keep the excitement when they play the teams as Argentina and New Zealand. But they do. They get up for the games. They love to play at home. They love to play for a home crowd because for so many years, the United States wasn't too into the women's game, and you could get your parents at a game if you were lucky. So these guys love to play. They'll play anytime, any place. You'll find Joy Fawcett just kicking it at the park with whoever has the ball. It doesn't mean she has to be wearing the red, white, and blue all the time or playing in front of thousands of people.
Cindy Parlow taken down. Free kick coming up to the United States. They lead 4-1. 3 goals from Mia Hamm, a single tally by Christine Lilly. And that has been the offensive story for the United States. Christine Lilly plays it deep. Steffi Jones is there. And Steffi Jones will run out of danger. Nice run by Steffi Jones. Steffi Jones still moving. She made about a 70-yard run from the very back almost to the 18-yard line.
She better hustle it back because the U.S. is looking to have another go.
Offside flag went up.
You know, it is so hot out there, and you get a player like Mia Hamm who's hustling. I have coached players before that said, you know, we're ahead 3-1. It's too hot to make that run, and Mia just gets it done.
Monica Meyer is going to sit down, a substitution it looks like for Germany. Inken Becher. Let's see who's going to come off.
For Germany. Coming into the game, number 7,
Ariane Hingst.
Coming out, number 3, Inken Becher.
Inken Becher, who was a second-half substitute, is being substituted for here. What a solid effort by the United States with a 3-goal lead on the reigning European champions.
Substitution for the United States. Coming into the game, number 3.
Kate Sobrero will sit down. Christie Pearce coming on. Christie Pearce out of Monmouth. We talk about the North Carolinas and the Notre Dames. There are players that come out of some of the smaller programs. And Christie Pearce out of Monmouth in New Jersey just turned 23 last Wednesday.
Venturini.
Cindy Parlow tries the pass to Christine Lilly. Intercepted there. A little bump out of play.
Jeff, you are so incompetent. You don't tell me to stop.
Tony DiCicco really getting all over the referee, Carrie Seitz-Varnhagen.
Don't train in our field.
And now the referee coming over. Carla Overbeck, the seasoned veteran that she is, trying to get between the two and just say, hey, it's hot. Everybody's a little hot under the collar. And I believe Tony DiCicco may have just been ejected. Varnhagen pointing to the exit. Here is the foul that caused Tony to come a little bit unglued. And the bump right here, I think, is what really set him off.
So close to the touchdown, and you can tell the ball's going out of bounds. I think you're right. Tony said, hey, she was already out. A little extra shove right into the bleachers and the fence and the bench. Isn't the greatest thing for a star player.
Number 15, Venturini. Coming out, number 9, Mia Hamm.
Tony DiCicco has been ejected. Mia Hamm coming on. But I don't expect Carrie Seitz-Varnhagen and Tony DiCicco to be exchanging Christmas cards anytime soon. DiCicco being escorted off the field Tom Meredith on the right from U.S. Soccer. Ball played long into the midfield. Joy Fawcett has it on the right side. Injured player Brennan is down for Germany. And the ball played across the line, and the trainers will come out. You know, we talk about how busy the U.S. Women's World Cup team is going to be from now until next summer, but they're not. The players aren't the only ones that are going to be busy. How about this lady? Lauren Gregg, assistant coach, and now, I guess, the acting head coach with Tony DiCicco off the field. She is one busy lady.
She has done a great job. She coaches the U20 national team and had a huge victory last year at the Nordic Cup, playing Denmark, playing Norway. Norway's got one of the best professional leagues at that age, at U20, where their players play undoubtedly more competitive games in the United States. She's put together quite a U20 team. This is the second time she's been at the helm for the full national team, and she was victorious when she was in charge the first time.
Nice lady, but I don't know how she deals with the travel, trying to make practices and clinics and games and all the things that go into being a national team coach.
I have played against her in college and played with her on the same team out in Seattle, and I don't think she thinks twice about doing it. She loves the game.
Boy, a wild and woolly second half. Mia Hamm, a 3-goal hat trick. Tony DiCicco ejected. But the U.S. leading the reigning European champions, Germany, by 3 goals. And with just over 14 minutes to play. Tisha Venturini came on in all of the hoopla surrounding Tony DiCicco's exit, replacing Mia Hamm. So a solid afternoon's work for Mia Hamm.
Especially after her hamstring pull. She sat out the last few games. Only played a little more than a half a few days ago against Germany, and I know Tony's probably happy to have her score a hat trick and be able to rest.
150 caps. What a great career for Mia Hamm, and she is far from done. Germany will go to the bench again, this time going with Claudia Muller, earning her 16th cap, but she'll replace Inka Grings. Grings scored the German goal in the 55th minute. Germany trying to make it respectable. It has been a tough afternoon. Here's Shannon MacMillan. Plays it into space. Jones can't catch up to it. Played near side for Parlow. She plays the ball for Tiffany Milbrett just off the mark, and Jones recovers.
If you can get a fairly open shot when you're about 12 yards out, you need to take it. Parlow, next time, if she's in that same situation, maybe she won't pass it to Tiffany, and rarely the forwards get even half a chance as open as that.
Next action for the U.S. coming up July 25th at the Goodwill Games in New York. U.S. opening up with Denmark, followed by the gold medal game. What do you know about Denmark?
Denmark is a very direct compared to both the teams we're watching now, USA and Germany. A year ago, they were European champions, so one of the top 4 teams in the world. Norway and China and the U.S. should be a great event. Any game that you watch is going to be probably 4 teams that you're going to see in '99, so a lot of excitement.
One more substitution for Germany. They're going to clear out the bench. Branda Boesmeyer checking in. She'll be earning her 3rd cap, and let's see who she will replace. Not very conclusive, although it may be Monica Meyer. So Monica Meyer will come off. Nicole Branda Boesmeyer will check in. The U.S. trying to wrap up a solid effort against one of the best teams in the world, Germany. Well played wide to the right side. Joy Fawcett plays it across the halfway line, rejected there by Renato Linger. Lingor plays it across the line, and a throw-in coming up to Joy Fawcett.
U.S. has to keep in mind whenever they face this team again that Germany was missing quite a few of their most experienced players. Birgit Prinz is an awesome forward, plays on the U20 national team, plays on the full national team, home right now going to school, missed quite a bit of it in trying to qualify for the World Cup 99. You know, a few players that we're missing. Michelle Akers as far as the United States goes, but as far as Germany goes, 5 or 6 of their most experienced players are still back in Germany.
A lot of people wondering about Michelle Akers, what her true position will be come 1999. She has moved progressively back in the field. Here's another chance for the United States. Long shot, well off the mark. Setting up a goal kick. Shannon MacMillan, her drive off the mark.
In the game now, number 14.
But Michelle Akers, who has been such a solid performer for the United States, where is her position going to be?
Started out as a forward. She was one of the triple-edged sword back in '91. Now she's more of a withdrawn midfielder, but has such a great foot. She can shoot from anywhere, such a great head. She can score, defend. I think that's going to be her position for the most part, and have the play go through her when they switch the attack, when they switch it from the right side to the left side. Michelle probably always touch it.
Square pass out in front. Scurry is there. The ball loose and knocked into the open net. Ariane Hingst makes it 4-2 U.S. Hingst found that ball at her feet and did the instinctive thing. Here it is again.
Branna reads it well. She sees the touch and comes off and makes herself as big as possible. She needs to go through the ball. And that's one instance, if you don't do it, it ends up just staying right around where everyone else is. She comes out at the touch. She doesn't want to stay on her line on that one. Tries to smother it. Great finish.
Great run by Claudia Muller.
Germany scored by number 7, Ariane.
Our Bud Light scoring summary. Hingst in the 81st minute.
The 81st minute, United States 4, Germany 2.
So the U.S. lead cut to 2. But time starting to run out, just over 8 minutes to go, plus any stoppage time. Lorrie Fair plays it back. Christie Pearce gives way to the veteran Carla Overbeck. Well, we played just over 81 minutes, almost 82 minutes. What do you think of 4 backs for the U.S.?
Jury's still out. I think they played a great game against Germany, and it's just a matter of the players feeling confident. There really has only been a few breakdowns with such a quality team. You got to feel sorry for Brianna on both goals. She's, the second goal, she made a great initial save. Good read. If you do anything else, it's a goal. Stop the first shot.
U.S. looking for more. Melanie Hoffman plays it out wide. And you consider you unveil this 4-back formation, and you do it against one of the best attacking teams in the world. Randy Chastain is okay. She's shaking out the cobwebs there. Checking the molars. Yeah, they're all there. Well, that was a hard shot. You want to see what real pain is like. Watch this. Whoops. Branda Boosmeyer kind of chipping that ball in. That ever happened to you? I'll bet you've taken your share of leather.
The hardest hit to the head from a ball I've ever taken is at practice off of a Michelle Akers shot off the crossbar, believe it or not. Knocked me silly. And unfortunately, there's a daycare outside standing by the fence watching, and it was about 3 seconds of total humiliation.
So, to this day, then, that's what we attribute the conduct. It all dates back to that shot from Michelle Akers and the crossbar. Well, now the story can be told. Here's Brandy Chastain. Nice little return pass, but Fitschen knocked it away. Martina False plays it ahead. Now Melanie Hoffman. She's been rather quiet here this afternoon and this evening. Racing back for the U.S., Christie Pearce. Christie earning her 31st cap today.
Talk about playing a new system against such a great team. Good for Tony. You know, you never get these opportunities very often. As much as you want to annihilate the opponent as much as possible, there's only one way to work on things, and practice just isn't the same. There's no pressure. As much as you say there is, it's not in front of a ton of people. It's not for your country. It's still practice.
Just over 5 minutes plus any stoppage time to play. Carla Overbeck, she's been solid in back. Pushes it up over the line. Off cross, Brianna Scurry. She's been steady here this evening. Time now for our Snickers player of the game. No doubt, Mia Hamm, a 3-goal hat trick. Her 90th, 91st, and 92nd international goals. What a solid effort from Mia. Venturini lays it back to Brandy Chastain, and now Carla Overbeck. USA looking for their 14th win of 1998. 1998 has been very good to Tony DiCicco and the U.S. women's national team. Just under 4 minutes plus any stoppage time. Carla Overbeck up the right side. Well, these two teams could be meeting again, possibly on this very field next summer. The 1999 Women's World Cup. Of course, the Women's World Cup concludes at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. You talk about the excitement generated in 1994 by the Men's World Cup. The Arla Messing and Company will be trying to duplicate that. Create their own brand of excitement next summer. Good look at Christine Lilly. Christine started it all back in the 30th minute, scoring on a great cross by Julie Foudy. And our German Snickers most valuable player, Tanja Vrieden. She created an amazing amount of chances.
She was a few feet away a couple of times from making the score much different. One of the only threats that the U.S. had to face was number 11 constantly going through there. Vrieden, time and time again. I'm sure we'll see her in the future.
Free kick, United States looking to add to their lead. Up over the top. And a goal kick coming up. Silke Rottenberg, you'll see her next summer. Brandy Chastain getting a chance.
You'll see her next summer if you get your ticket. I have mine.
I'm going to get mine. Martina False. Now the ball played other way to Hingst. Slowing it up. Van de Boosmeyer. Now Hingst. Van de Boosmeyer. Nice little 1-2 there. The cross out in front. Almost knocked in, but Brianna Scurry covers up. That could have made this final 2 minutes very interesting if that ball goes in the net. Germany has not quit. They're continuing to pressure. They're continuing to attack. Now Christie Pearce. Pearce, one of those players that was a great offensive player before coming to the U.S. national team. She scored 79 goals in 80 games. As a college player, very much offensive-minded, but now playing on defense. Is it tough to teach an offensive player to play defense?
I think once they decide that that's going to be the position that they're going to play, same with Brandy. She is a forward at heart, but when it all comes down to it, you want a spot on the national team, you have no problem at all.
Cindy Parlow, great offensive player in her own right. And that ball deflected off of Cindy and out. She scored the lone U.S. tally on Thursday night in St. Louis. We're into the final 2 minutes.
She also scored the game winner versus Iceland in a 1-0 slosh game in the rain and mud.
Really shows you the depth of talent on this U.S. women's national team. There are players certainly in the second and maybe even third team that could be playing for many of these national sides. Lorrie Fair, boy, she has worked hard through almost 90 minutes.
You talk about how to keep these players motivated when they're playing teams not as good as Germany and Argentina here and there, New Zealand, and one of them is the competitiveness of it.
Oh, a great break here. Oh, and Brianna Scurry. Spectacular play. Coming off her line. And that time she just took the ball right off the foot of Claudia Muller. I suppose you want to motivate players and make them work hard. You just have them go to practice. They get to practice against some of the best in the world. USA coming at him again, and this time the shot handled by Rottenberg.
Sweet save by Brianna Scurry. She chews up the space, finds herself about 12 yards out, and sprawls out. Claudia Muller thinks she's got it by her, but doesn't.
Here's Steffi Jones. Jones pushes it into space. Muller again at an angle and almost stepped on the ball and out of the field of play. Frustration for Claudia Muller. Been a tough afternoon for Germany. They've had some good chances. And with some better finishing, the outcome of this game could be drastically different. Remember, Christine Lilly didn't score until the half-hour mark.
Not many teams have scored 2 goals against the U.S.
Carrie Seitzberhagen, the only person on the field that knows exactly how much time is left. Germany again. Melanie Hoffman plays it out wide. Hoffman gets it right back for Germany. She scored the goal Thursday. That ball well over the bar. And a goal kick coming up. Carrie Seitzberhagen. See if she'll blow the whistle after this goal kick. A very happy U.S. bench. We are into stoppage time in the second half. The whistle and a free kick coming up. USA with 3 goals from Mia Hamm, a single tally from Christine Lilly, Grings, and Hingst. The goals for Germany. Chastain set up for the right-footed drive. It bounces out in front. There's the whistle, and it's over. The United States wins it by a score of 4-2. Stay right where you are. We'll come right back to Soldier Field in Chicago here on Fox Sports Net.